So this is the fourth part, the final part of my Eastern North Macedonia road trip series. Leaving the Eastern region now, heading into the Northeastern region, where I don't think I'm going to find too many Spomeniks, to be honest. I'm going to do my best. Arrived Kriva Palanka. Almost as soon as you drive into town, you're greeted by this war mural. 1903 to 1944, the Ilinden Uprising through World War II. Continuing to the hotel. Pulled over to show you a view of my hotel for tonight. This might be the best view we get of it. Yeah, I rented a room in a monastery. $25. There's a signboard here regarding this monastery complex, St. Joachim Osogovski. I'll read it for you and overlay it with some scenery. The monastery was founded in the 1100s in honor of the protector of the city, St. Joachim Karchovski, when this area was part of the Byzantine Empire. It is also interesting that a monument sent directly by the Ottoman Sultan is placed before the entrance of the monastery, which means that the monastery is a sacred place and under protection of the Sultan. According to the legend, the respect of the miraculous power of St. Joachim by the Ottoman authorities is a true rarity. This larger church in the monastery was built in 1851. That's dedicated to St. Joachim. Amazing frescoes on the exterior, the likes of which I've never seen before. This devil looks a bit like the Grinch who stole Christmas. And the smaller church here got its look in the 1300s, and this is dedicated to the Holy Mother of God. This church became a mosque in 1585 during Ottoman rule, but not for long. Up these stairs, I have breakfast waiting for me. It's 6 o'clock. For breakfast, oven roasted pork and beer and salad, some bread.
What do you want?
I'm going to stay up here in the monastery tonight. I'm 4 beers in. Tomorrow morning, we'll explore Kriva Palanka a bit. There's a Spomeniks down there. The army is growing. I shall defeat them. Morning. This is what $20 inside the monastery will get you, by the way. I have a partial church view. Let's take a drive down the hill for a small walkabout Kriva Palanka. Approaching City Hall, and there's a Yugoslav Spomenik in front. We'll call it a monument to fallen NOB fighters. The inscription says, "Your path does not lead to the meaning of human existence." It's dated October 8th, 1967. And there's a smaller Spomenik to the right, also World War II related. So we're in northeastern North Macedonia, and Kriva Palanka sits on the road that links the capital of North Macedonia, Skopje, to the capital of Bulgaria, Sofia. And so there's always heavy traffic running right through the center of town. It's considered the main border crossing between Bulgaria and North Macedonia. The population of the municipality is around 18,000. These wires kind of remind me of the popular communist sunburst pattern that you find on old windows. Kriva Palanka is named after this river, Kriva, which means curved. Palanka is bigger than a village, smaller than a city, so curved town. All right, let's get out of here. So I'm cutting this visit to Eastern North Macedonia a bit short. I have a friend flying into Belgrade to see me, so heading up to Serbia, pick her up from the airport. So today's my last day. We'll try to see a few more things before leaving tomorrow. Heading to a Spomenik that's about an hour and a half away from here, northwest. And Google Maps doesn't quite know how to take me there, so hopefully I don't disappoint you. A pit stop in the village of Staro Nagoričane to pay respects to this church of St. George, founded 1071 and rebuilt by Serbian king Stefan Milutin from 1313. The frescoes inside this church were completed in 1318. St. George served in Diocletian's army. Diocletian hated Christians. On February 24th, 303 AD, he announced that all Christian soldiers would be arrested, and all other soldiers should offer sacrifices to the Roman gods. George confided in Diocletian. He said, I'm not going to obey these orders, and I am a Christian. Diocletian kept this secret to himself out of respect for George's father, with whom he was good friends. But then George announced before all his peers that he was a Christian, and Diocletian was left with no choice. He needed to somehow convert George to the Roman gods. He offered him slaves and property and money. And when that didn't work, he ordered the torture of St. George, hoping that he would turn away from the Christian God. St. George was tortured several times. Here he's being lacerated on a wheel of swords. He was resuscitated 3 times, but he did not turn from God. Finally, on April 23rd, 303 AD, St. George was decapitated. Here's George slaying the dragon. Here's the iconostasis, St. George and Mary. Let's find that Spomeniks. It's another half hour away. It almost looks like rain, doesn't it? It's about 3 miles on this dirt road, descending, and that should take me to a turnoff that's not on the map, but I can see it on satellite, and I think I can get to the Spomeniks that way. Wow, lots of lightning. Here, you see that? Up. And here comes the rain. Great. Great timing. So now we're officially off the map. This road does not exist on Google Maps. This village, these old stone houses, this is Malotino. Well, the road seems to end here, so this was not the way. This is not the Spomeniks we're looking for, but it is a Spomeniks. There's a partisan star up top here. The inscription says, on October 13th, 1941, 3 comrades from this village, and they named the 3 guys, died fighting the Bulgarian fascists. There's a lonely grave over here. And someone left a bottle of wine from Tikvesh. It's the largest winery in Macedonia. You know that from my wine country video. Going on foot. A guy just came by in a lifted pickup, and he told me the Spomeniks is up here, and I gotta walk a little bit to the left. I see it. That was an hour and a half of off-roading to get to this monument to fallen NOB fighters, World War II. You can see the partisan star at the top, and these well-worn plaques at the bottom. The one on the right has a date of October 17th, 1986. So let's presume that's when they erected this. Let's call that a day. There was something else I was going to show you today, something big, but you're never going to miss what you never knew existed. I couldn't leave you hanging like that. That's not who I am. I'm going to show you the big thing. Thunder and lightning. 6 kilometers from the border with Serbia, at an altitude of 1,030 meters above sea level, is Kokino. I don't know about you, but I love being on the highest ground during a lightning storm. Now, maybe that's just me. So, atop this volcanic hill is Kokino. It's a Bronze Age archaeological site discovered in 2001. And the oldest findings here date to the 19th century BC, 4,000 years ago. Now, the guy who discovered this site has published claims that this was a megalithic observatory. And it was submitted to UNESCO for their tentative list, but rejected. UNESCO said there wasn't enough evidence. So the claim is that the stones here were cut in such a way that proves the ancient observers of the sky knew that the same phase of the moon appears at the same position in the sky on the same day every 19 years. If true, this would be a great achievement and proof that their society was well organized in their day-to-day activities. Back to the car. I'm staying at a hotel about 15 minutes from here called the Grand Kokino. I called them up. They said they were closed. Season's over. And they had a restaurant too. That's closed as well. But they must have seen my winning smile over the phone and they agreed to give me a room. The whole hotel is mine. And someone's coming in to cook me dinner. A barbecue, I think. Živeli. Homemade rakia by Mirko with grapes. See the grapes here. And Mirko's not drunk. You're not drunk.
Drunk?
No, and we're not drunk. These are the best chicken wings in Kumanovo. I don't remember where I am, but 30 euros a night. Captions, they'll tell you. It's a village, Staro something. I hadn't planned on visiting Kumanovo this trip to Macedonia, but last night, Mirko and Sasha, God, Delibor, Goran, they had other plans for me. And so it is with a massive hangover that I leave Macedonia with 0 winnings from the casino. But first, I saw there was a spa on the map right near where I was staying. And now for my top secret border crossing, where there's never any queue and almost never any immigration checks. I already showed you this Spomenik coming up here in my Yugoslav Spomenik series, part 9D. All right, coming up to the border, time me. It's 12:21. Amazing. That's how you cross into Serbia in 4 minutes. 4 minutes.